What is up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to another edition of Sooner Surge Softball Edition as we get set for a weekend series with the Kansas Jayhawks, number 24 ranked Kansas Jayhawks, as they sit at third place in the Big 12 Conference, 2 full games behind Oklahoma. And before we get started this video, first off, subscribe to the channel, be a part of the Sooner Surge. We would appreciate it very much. Also, like, comment, appreciate that on the video, and go to fanstop.com. One great thing I got to say about fanstop.com before we get started with the video. They just made a donation to the Toby Keith Foundation of over $3,000 for the red Solo Cup shirt that they did. You can still purchase that shirt. It's a great cause, great things that Fanstop is doing. So go check out the fanstop.com and use code SURGE. You'll get 10% off your first 3 months of the Shirt of the Month Club. Let's get started with this video, Hunter. And it's a big series. Yes, it's Kansas. But it's a big series for Oklahoma as Kansas is coming off sweeps of Baylor and Houston. And this is a series, and where it falls as well, Hunter, you got the 3-game series with Kansas, and then you got the big one looming in Texas there. So let's just do a game preview for tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, first game of this 3-game set, Hunter.
Yeah, 5 o'clock on ESPN Plus, OU, Kansas. They get Sunday off for Easter, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday series. And yeah, Kansas ranked 24th in the country, latest polls, 3-game win streak, sweeping Houston and Baylor. Oklahoma, no midweek this week. That game got moved back a few weeks with Wichita State, so a little bit of extra time before they had to go up to Kansas. So that's a good thing. But for a team to be ranked 24th, you would think their team batting average would be a lot higher. It's not. 278 team batting average for the Jayhawks. They are led by Campbell Bagshaw with a 317 batting average, 2 home runs, 24 RBIs for her. So I think this might be a pitcher's duel, at least Thursday night. No home run launch pad of Love's Field this weekend, and going against a really good pitcher in Katie Brooks, 1.89 ERA. And you pointed out before we hit the record button, 0 allowed home runs this year. That is a wild stat for college softball.
I think that's going to change whenever she goes. If it's tomorrow night or whenever she goes in this series, I think OU's going to get a dinger off her. It's just my opinion. And, Hunter, I was very surprised. In fact, I was shocked, and I almost took a double take when I saw that their leading batting average was 317. Because, Hunter, I don't have it in front of me, but how many OU hitters are batting over 317?
I believe it's 6. Well, they have like 6 over 400 right now.
That's what I'm saying. That's Sooner fans. Listen to me right here.
Qualifying team over 300.
Yeah, Sooner fans. Listen, as much as people talk about is OU, are they as good as they were last year? When you look at this and you see this, guys, OU has 6 over 400. Kansas' leading hitter is 317. I think we take things for granted sometimes at Oklahoma, how good this team is and how good they're hitting the ball right now. And I expect that to continue. Yes, it's not Love's Field. It is a road game. It is a road environment. But I think they're going to come into this series, and it's not a series you're just going to walk in there, I don't think, and just sleep on it and just cakewalk, because they have 2 really good pitchers. And so that'll be interesting to see how Oklahoma does against them. But, yeah, Brooks has not allowed a home run this year. That's crazy.
Yeah, Kansas also, they steal pretty well. 22 of 27 so far on the year. So.
And will Hanson be playing?
Yeah, will Kinsey Hanson be back? I don't know. I know from sounds of the radio broadcast, expected another week off there. So maybe Kinsey Hanson is back. That will be interesting for Sooners. When teams are able to put pressure on the base path, it puts the defense in a tough position. They have to play pretty much perfect. And Oklahoma has struggled at times defensively. Really, since that loss, though, it seems like they've cleaned up a lot of those issues.
Yeah, and Hunter, I mean, who would you expect go game 1? Do you expect it to be Maxwell?
I will be shocked if it's not Kelly Maxwell. It seems like I think the rotation is going to be Maxwell, May Deal, or maybe Deal Maxwell, or not, sorry, Deal May. Sorry.
I think they'll alternate Deal and May. One weekend it might be Deal in the middle. One week
that is interesting. I didn't think of it like that. You could be very right on that. You have Texas next weekend. Past weekend you had Baylor, and that's what they did. They switched them again. So maybe that's what they do with the pitching rotation. But I would be shocked if Kelly Maxwell is not the game one starter. Just has really, I think, earned that spot as of right now for Oklahoma. Just been playing some really good softball, getting used to the Crimson and Cream.
Are you buying this Kansas team being a top 25 team?
Oh, absolutely. They're third in the Big 12 right now.
No, but do you think they're looking at who they play? Do you think they're really good? Do you think they're a top 24 team? Is Baylor, the reason I'm asking is Baylor a little bit overrated this year?
It's hard to know with Baylor because they did lose some games that were tough games, don't get me wrong, but for where they were ranked for a bit, they probably should have won at least one of those games. So, yeah, I don't know how much stock you put into that, but, I mean, I think Houston is a good team, and Kansas swept them.
That's true.
First game, Texas was number one. Probably shouldn't have been. That was kind of a bizarre week of rankings, I would say. Houston pulls off the upset win there. Last weekend, Kansas sweeps them. So, Big 12 softball, I think there is like 5 really good teams there. Or maybe 6. I'm forgetting about Oklahoma State. But, yeah, Kansas has shocked me this year. I did not expect them to have as good of a squad as they have. And I think they might get a few more series wins that some people wouldn't expect them to get.
Yeah, and this weekend, starting tomorrow, I think the key for Oklahoma, I say this a lot, but I think especially with a team like Kansas, who's pretty good with the pitching staff, and but not scoring a ton of runs, I think the whole key is how you start. And offensively, if they can get off to a good start and get a lead, I just think this team's hard to beat if you get a 2 to 3 run lead. I just think it's very hard to beat Oklahoma. It's hard to beat Oklahoma, period. Okay, yeah, only twice in the last whatever many games it's been, right? And OU sits here with the same exact record they had last year at this time. Nothing's really changed. Hitting's up, so it's very similar. Yeah, very similar team to last year as far as all those stats. So we'll see who stands out for you tomorrow night as player of the game, Hunter.
Man, this of all sports, softball, it's hardest to pick player of the game, especially when you're talking about Oklahoma. Seems like it could just be about anyone. I might be more accurate if I pick a name out of the hat. You had Sidney Sanders on that crazy stretch for the first 12 days of the month, 8 home runs. You had Alina Torres winning Big 12 Player of the Week. She had a pinch hit grand slam and another home run. 4 home runs in her last 10 games. Just unreal stretch. Alyssa Burrito has been very, very good. Tiare Jennings just seems like extra base hits every single night. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go Tiare Jennings. Last week I hyped up. I was like, Tiare Jennings, couple extra base hits Friday night. What happened? Double and a home run. So, and I said Alyssa Burrito for standout. So I'm going to go Tiare Jennings for Thursday night.
Well, and for the first time in our game previews, we're going to go the same player because I am also picking Tiare Jennings. I'm not wavering from it. I'm going to go with you. I agree. I think she has an unbelievable game, and she stands out to me. An unbelievable series coming up as well. So there you have it, Sooner fans. Game Thursday night, 5:00, Lawrence, Kansas. Let's hope OU gets off to a great start for the weekend series and hope they get a big victory in this game. Appreciate you guys watching the channel. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to the Sooner Surge. As you know, we come out straight after the game with instant reaction videos. We'll have those again through this series. Appreciate you guys as always. Till next time, Boomer.